With the resistance band on though? What? Can she twerk with the resistance band? I'm crying. Hey guys, welcome to Bootyology with the BodyByCookie. That is me, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so in this video we're going to cover how to strengthen your hips, some exercises to grow your hips, and some stretches to help loosen your hips for tight hips. Okay, so we're not technically growing your hips because that is your bone structure, but we are going to create the illusion of wider hips by building out our muscles and slimming our waist. The three main muscles we want to focus on is the tensor lati, the gluteus minimus, and the gluteus maximus, with emphasis on the minimus and the lati. So these three main muscles are important because this is what's going to help get rid of your hip dips. We've all suffered from it, okay? What a lot of people don't know is when you sit, it actually weakens your hip muscles. Strong hips help with better activation. The activation is going to be the most important part of growing not only your hips but your butt. Okay, activation is so important on your booty building journey. Strong hips helps avoid pain in your knees and is just important for the overall stability and the health of your knees. Your hip flexors are also super important because that is the muscle that's going to connect from here, from your lower back, down into your knees. So we want to make sure that our hips are not only strong but also stretched out because we do a lot of stuff, especially right now during this time of the quarantine. We're sitting down a lot. Anytime we move left to right, you're using your hips. The strength of your hips not only helps just with the aesthetic, but your strength. So like you can lift heavier, you know what I mean? You can get a better workout. You can just do so much more with strong hips. They are kind of like the foundation of your body. A lot of people don't talk about it, but they are. On my personal journey, I've noticed when my hips were weaker versus when my hips were stronger, just the difference in my workout, the difference in my lift. I've been able to go a lot heavier with stronger hips. The aesthetic is so much better. I don't have as much pain in my lower back. I don't have as many issues with sleeping. I used to have a lot of issues with sleeping when my hips are weaker. And like I said, just the hip dips. So like it just helps, give a quick look. It just helps fill this part in. This used to go in a lot more and I could provide pics. As you can see, I'm still in the process of working it out, especially my right side is a lot weaker than my left. As you see, this side is not as deep in. But the hip dips is what we're going to focus on getting rid of. Also, if you're like me and you suffer with one side that is weaker than the other, add extra reps. So for my right hip is weaker than my left hip, but my right leg itself is stronger than my left leg. So when I do hip exercises like I'm going to do in this video, I always add a few extra reps to my right side to help strengthen it, as the same I do for my left leg when I do leg-based exercises. Strengthening your hips also reduces you ever getting knee valgus. What knee valgus is when your knees cave in, can kind of give the knock-a-knee look. It's because the muscles behind your knees are weak, which like I said, your hip flexors start in your lower back and connect to your knees. So it just helps with any issues that could cause pain, any issues at all regarding your knees. I remember I used to run track before I was ever a trainer or anything in that nature. And we had an indoor track meet, and the very last race was the 4x4 relay, which I was the anchor of. As soon as the race was done, we had to ride on a bus. We were in Northern California. We ride on the bus, and literally were on the bus for 5 hours, and we had to rush out of there because we were trying to prevent getting stuck by a snowstorm. And they almost closed the bridge on us, which would have meant we would have had to stay. So I went from running full speed to no cool down, no stretching whatsoever, to hopping on this bus for 5 hours. Obviously, I had issues. I, for the first time ever, suffered from patellaitis, which is when the muscle that connects to your knee has swelling and like extra liquid. And oh my gosh, just to go out like this sometimes used to cause me issues. And back then I didn't understand this and I didn't know this, but I had weak hips. As a runner, that's just a no-no. So once I started my fitness journey, I just started understanding my body a lot more, and a lot of the issues that I suffer with as an athlete, I don't suffer with now. And I definitely train a lot harder. I definitely lift a lot harder, and just I'm a lot harder on my body now than I was as an athlete, just on my fitness journey. And my hips now can withstand anything I put it through because I've taken the time to understand the importance of strong hips. So I hope the explanation as to how having tight hips and weak hips can affect your body. So now I'm going to get into the exercises that are going to help strengthen those hips. And then, like I said, I'm going to get into a cool down afterwards. So we are going to use a resistance band. I have my resistance band right here. I got this band from Walmart, and like I said, I do have resistance bands coming soon, but obviously with everything going on with the quarantine, it's just stopped production for a second. So I'll provide information as to when the release date and all that stuff's going to come soon, so just be sure to turn your post notifications on so you don't miss that information. But today we're going to use this resistance band right here. Like I said, it's a flimsy like band, and I got it from Walmart. Super affordable, and that's going to be the band we're going to be using for this video. During this time, if you don't have a resistance band and you want to still partake in the exercise in this video, I would add an extra 10 to 12 reps because you don't have the resistance. Activation, always activate, okay? I cannot stress that enough either. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this video. I'm going to put the description of the workouts we're going to do right here. And yes, okay, so I'm going to adjust the camera really quick because I'm going to be down on the ground for quite a few of these exercises at the beginning. So, like I said, you're going to need a resistance band. You're going to put it right above our knees, and we're doing clams. So, we're going to have our feet together. We're here. There's two different ways to do this. You can do it here from the up high position, or you could do it here from the low position. The difference is the low position, you're able to go a little higher versus going here, so it hits a different part of your muscles. So today we're going to do the low one. So we're here and we're going to do all exercises for 12 reps. 1, 2, and you want to make sure you contract and push, like drive out into the clam with the band. 8, 9, kind of hold it for a second. 10, 11, 12. Okay, so you want to make sure that when you're pulling out, you're holding it for a second and pushing back into your hips to create that burn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Push through your hands to your elbows. 9, 10. Keep the core contracted. 11, 12. Perfect. Okay. So the next exercise is going to be side leg lifts with the band low. So we're going to move the band down to right above our ankles. We're going here to the side. This is going to help build the upper booty, both in the back and to the side. Bracing with the elbow, our shoulder directly above our elbow, our hand that's on top, here for support. We're going to push through our hands, our elbow, our palms of both hands. We're here, feet, toes are flexed because we're in dorsiflex position, and we're just going to lift up. You're going to push through your heel, your base leg as you lift up. We have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have sitting hip abductors. The first way is straight up here. Second way, we're leaning back here. We have 12 of each. You want your feet completely flat and chest up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Push out 11, 12. So our feet are shoulder width apart, and as you lift out again, you want to hold it for a second before coming in. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, here in this same position, we're going to now move the band down right above our ankles again. We're leaning back here, and we're going to create circles going out. So keep your core, also a note, keep your core engaged in every single leg exercise you do. Outside of strengthening your core, it helps you with making sure you're stabilized and that you have control over your activation and the exercise. So here we go. Core contracted, we're lifting out, going in circles. 1, tap. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Woo. Perfect. Now we have crossover kicks. So I'm just gonna lift this up really quick. You're gonna have the band under your knee on your base leg to prevent slipping. And you're gonna point your toes and you're gonna cross your leg over. We're not pointing our toes, we're gonna keep our foot straight as we kick out. With each kick, you wanna tighten at the top. 1, do not point your toes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so now we have, I think, by far my favorite hip exercise. This one I love because you can do it absolutely anywhere, and it is fire hydrants. Right here, one of my favorite tricks with making sure that I activate my hips the most is to slightly lean back in them. So we're slightly leaning back, we have our back straight, head down, and I'm bracing myself on my foot, and we're just gonna keep the base leg sturdy as we push out. And go. 1, 2, keep the core tight and engaged. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so now we have curtsy lunges. So we're here. We're just going to tap back behind us, keeping our body straight. We're going to go down, knees do not touch, and come up. You want to make sure your space is in between. You do not want your knees like this, okay? You want them like this, okay? So here we go. We're going to have 12 each side in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have two versions. This version here, we have right above our knees. And the second version is going to be down at our ankles, and I'll show that one in a second. So we're going to take a step out to each side. Once you do that, that's considered 1, and we have 12. Full step, tap in. Full step, tap in, that's 1. In, out, 2. Out, in, out, 3. Out, in, out, 4. Out, in, out, 5. Out, in, out, 6. Out, in, out, 7, out, in, out, 8, out, in, out, 9, out, in, out, 10, out, in, out, 11, out, in, out, and 12. Whew. Same concept, but now it's directly above our ankles. So again, that's going to help with the top part. So here we go, same thing. Out, in, out is 1. We have 12. In 3, 2, 1, down. Out, in, out. 1, out, in, out. Take a big step. 2, out, in, out. 3, out, in, out. 4, out, in, out. 5, out, in, out. 6, out, in, out. 7, your stance may get smaller as you go. If you get tired. 8, in, out. 9, out, in, out. 10, out, in, out. 11, out. in, out, and 12. Okay, so now we have lateral band walks. Again, high and low. We're going to start with low since my band's already down here. 12 each side. We're literally standing straight. We're just taking a step out, step in, step out. That's one. So here we go. Out, in, out. One. This is like my second favorite. It helps with the hourglass and makes you look so big. 2, out, in, out. 3, out, in, out. 4, out, in, out. 5, out, in, out. 6, out, in, out. 7, out, in, out. 8, out, in, out. 9, out, in, out. 10, out, in, out. 11, out, in, out, and 12. Because like I said, it targets 2 different parts of your hips. So now same exact thing, like I said, stand up straight, always keep your core engaged, step out, step in, step out, that's one. Here we go. 1, stay straight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so now we're done with the workout portion. I really hope you enjoyed the burn. I'm pretty sure at this point you're dying for this part. That is the stretch cool down. That's gonna help loosen your tight hips. Because you can't grow those hips and you can't be thick with tight hips, okay? Quick disclaimer, always make sure you're breathing in your nose, hold it for a second, and slightly out your mouth to calm your heart rate, okay? Always breathe in your nose, out your mouth, always. We're gonna first do the seated butterfly. We're sitting here, back straight. You wanna slightly curve in, engage your core, push your shoulders back, and then push down in your knees. And we're gonna hold it here for 30 seconds. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the next one is like a broken up pigeon stance. Two more seconds. 2, 1. Now from here, we're going to go straight up, grab our back leg, slide back a little more to the stretch. We'll hold it here for another 20. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna switch legs. Nineteen, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab the back leg. Slide it a little more. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you guys so much for tuning into my video. I really hope that you enjoyed the information and that you're going to take it and apply it to your life to help create the hourglass figure, okay? Because when quarantine is over, summer's going to be popping and we need to be on point, okay? So we're still going to put in our work and still get our work done while in the house. Now, really quick announcement. I do have an at-home program you can follow. It's a 4-week program. It's completely body weight because I know during this time that everyone has access to bands or ankle weights. A lot of things are on back order and it's hard to get access to them. So it's completely body weight, and I just kind of want to show you guys a really quick breakdown. So I'm on my website, BodyByCookie.com. Ignore my cracked screen. And I'm just going to click log in and put in my information. I'm logging in. When you go here, you can just swipe like this to see all the programs. And I'm going to click this right here. And this is the program. It gives you the information. And then here you'll click and you'll see your demonstration videos. It'll open it up. And then boom. All the demonstration videos for the entire 4 weeks is in this page. You can access it from your phone and literally just swipe down and play the video right on your phone. You can also download the PDFs and the videos onto your computer. So I will see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned for more at-home tips on how to build your booty and slim your waist. We're also going to tackle upper arms next week, so get ready. So I'm just gonna be full, you know, nice round tone on the outside, and we're gonna also get into some motivation and mental things so that we can come out of this quarantine mentally and physically stronger. Okay, so be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your post notification bell so that way you know any single time I post or anytime I'm active on my channel. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Ooh. Hey! What? Yo! So now, where's my band? Oh. We did that. Okay.